Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of The Vibrant Truth. That was a little bit of feedback there. Apologize about that. So, yeah, life situations. Before we start, give a quick shout out to Swift Lifestyles. Can you read that? Can you read that? Just turn it. Swift Lifestyles. All right. So, life situations. So, it's been brought to my attention recently. Um, that actually give me 1 second. Hey, Blackout, what's going on? So, like I was saying, it's been recently brought to my attention recently that you can see the pain in my eyes. At least that's what I was told. Um, if that's the case, then they say the eyes are the gateway to the soul. So I'm guessing my eyes are releasing my soul's pain, huh? But anyways, this video is in part of that comment. You can see the pain through my eyes. That's in part of that comment. So life has a way of throwing you curveballs, right? And life can be very humbling at times. So professionally, personally, whatever the situation may be, life can humble you at any given time, right? So there comes a time where everyone at some point in time in their life starts questioning if they chose the right path, if they chose the right road, if they made the right decisions, are they making the right decisions? And there's people in this world that has it all together in their mind. There's people that wants to have it all together. There's people that have a plan to have all their shit together and they try to implement it, right? But here's the thing. Somewhere along the lines around the times and society, we've come to subconsciously depend on people, whether it be emotional, physical, mental. Subconsciously, we have a person that we depend on, right? Or that we want to be there or we want to be around. Red Beard, what's going on, my guy? What's going on, Chevy? So, subconsciously, we depend on that person or persons, and more so than often, they disappoint us, right? So now you're at a crossroads where what do you do with this disappointment? How do you handle this disappointment? And you have two options. You can spiral and lose control. Hopefully, you don't have to work, or you can figure out what you can change and what that situation taught you, implement it into your life, and move on. Now, that's easier said than done, but I feel like a lot of people attack people that has a severe loyalty complex. And what I mean by that is when you're loyal to someone, you're loyal to someone regardless of how you treat it or regardless of the situation, right? And people take advantage of that. So you show up, right? They call you day or night, text you, whatever. You show up. You show up. No questions, no reservations, nothing, no judgments. You show up. You get the person through whatever they're going through, and then when they're high, you're an option again. But then when they're low, you're their priority. So here's my thoughts about that. Um, what I'm about to say probably piss a lot of people off. I apologize. But as I always say, wouldn't be called vibrant truth if I didn't piss people off. So here's what I think about that. The people who take advantage of people that's loyal, that's always there, that shows up, they're assholes, yeah. But then you got to sit and ask yourself, are you really smart? Because you know that they're going to use you. You know that once they're through their dark cloud, you're never really going to hear from them again until another dark cloud passes their universe. But yet, you still show up. You're still available to them at any given time. They still have unrestricted access to you and your life. So, really, yeah, they're assholes for doing it, but you got to ask yourself, are they really wrong for doing it? Because you're allowing it to happen. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I haven't been a victim of those situations myself, which is why I'm saying I'm learning as I'm doing these videos. People who are successful 8 times out of 10 don't know definition of loyalty. Most people will step on the heads of their own folks and supporters to make top dollar. Yep, 100% true. 100% true. And I kind of feel like not that not that I mind being where I am now, but I feel like I would have been a lot further if I made the tough decisions and did what was against my morale and everything. Um, I personally feel as though if I had taken the road of putting my interest first and what was best for me first, my life could have been a little bit different. I might have been a little further in life, but guess what? Would I have really been happy? Probably not, because I would have been being someone that I'm truly not. And like I said before, yeah, it's your fault for letting people take advantage of you and continuing on in the situation. But at the same time, should you really change who you are because people can't accept the fact that you're kind hearted and you're loyal and you want to be there for the people you care about? No, you shouldn't. But there should be boundaries set when you realize that that's happening. When you realize a situation is going on that's not healthy for your mental, healthy for your emotional, healthy for any of the such, it's up to you to draw the line. To draw the line. So, does it make sense to say be loyal and humble and to the events that happened in your past because it made you the person you are today? I'm trying to let go of stuff I've done and seen in my past. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's not easy to let go, right? It's not easy to forget of the shit that you've done in your past that you're not proud about, or the shit that's happened to you in your past that made you feel some type of way. It's not easy to let go. And I've tried to explain that to people who say, "Oh, well, you can't live your life based on your past." And you're right, you can't. But just because you forgive in a situation doesn't mean you forget. I tell everyone I speak to, the mind is a very powerful thing. I don't think people realize how powerful a mind is. So, just because you can open your heart and forgive and build from a shitty situation, does that mean your mind's moved on too? No, it doesn't. Your mind stores things, good and bad. And a lot of the times, the bad tends to stay longer than the good. That's just how most people are. So when you're trying to progress and live in positivity, as most people say, it's not that you want to sit and dwell on the bad shit from your past. You don't want to sit and dwell on the bad shit that's happened to you or the bad shit you've done or the bad shit you've seen. It just happens. There's triggers. There's things that brings memories that it just happens. You don't want these memories to come flooding back. You don't want anything, of the such to happen. And because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that sometimes trauma is more powerful than it may seem to be in the situation, they tend to throw around the word toxic a lot nowadays. It's extremely tough. I've been going to therapy for 2 years for it, and some days it's worse than others. Our brains are so powerful that it's named itself and perceives life as it sees it. As far as bad things go, bad news, bad things are worth millions. News stations report one good story for every 10 stories they broadcast. That's true. That's true. I feel like a lot of people don't realize as well that memories can control your life. Memories can mold your decisions in the present. And it's extremely hard to ignore certain shit. Like, if you've been in a situation in the past and you're in a situation presently, and a situation's throwing red flags that makes you think of another bad situation, you have every right to be worried. You have every right to question what you're feeling. You have every right to put guards up until you figure out if these red flags are actual red flags, or are you just panicking prematurely because you've been in a similar situation and you don't want the same outcome. That's life. That's normal. It's not like we go out of our way to be guarded. We don't go out of our way to push certain people away. We don't go out of our way to be paranoid about certain situations. It happens. Sometimes we can't control it, other times we can. It's not about how many times you go through this, it's about how you handle it. So, going through these situations, it helps to have a genuine person there to support you. Because I don't know about you, Redbeard, but going through certain shit alone fucking sucks. And like, you you go through this shit alone, you have no one that you can feel that you can trust to talk to fully, and then your mind just starts spiraling. And in the midst of your mind spiraling, you tend to make fucked up situations into bigger situations than they need to be, and you start making fucked up choices, right? Here's the thing about that. So every action gets a reaction, right? That's true. But I feel as such as this, if you're friends, if you're married, if you're in a relationship, if you're close to the person and they're making decisions out of their character and they're becoming a different person out of nowhere, and then they get the courage to talk to you and say, hey, listen, I've been through some shit in the past. My mind goes elsewhere. I go crazy. I'm not myself. That's them being vulnerable. Regardless if you want to see it or not, that's them being vulnerable. Do you know how hard it was for them to even say just that? But then some people look at you and it's like, okay, well, you're an adult. You got to handle yourself better. You're an adult. You got to get through this shit. You're an adult. You got to let go of your childhood. No, it don't work like that. It was like that when I was in the military, man. The only person I had was my wife, and she had no clue about half the things that was going on with me. Only recently I started talking about it. This is years after it happened, and I'm starting to accept the fact that I need help. Now, see, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. If a partner or a spouse is going through something that you're unaware of, and they start to open up to you, be supportive, be there. Yeah, it was before you, or you had no idea it was going on, or whatever the case may be. You're in the person's life now. You say you love them. You say you want to be with them. This is part of loving and being with a person. It may be hard sometimes because you won't understand what your partner's going through. You won't be able to relate or anything. Sometimes just being there. Sometimes just listening. Sometimes just saying, "Hey babe, everything's going to be all right." You may not see it now, but you're stronger than you think. Everything's going to be okay. Sometimes that's all it takes. But to sit here and say you need to let shit go, you can't hold on to shit and blah blah blah, and no, that's fucked up. It's fucked up. You never know what someone's holding on to. You never know how it's affecting someone. You never know the pain that someone's feeling. And like I said before, not to be sexist or anything, but I don't think people realize exactly how much men hold on to. I don't think people realize exactly how much pain men actually really go through. Not saying women don't go through pain, but I don't think people realize exactly how much, and I'm not even talking about emotional. Emotional is just a fraction of it. The amount of mental pain that most men go through quietly, it's amazing. It's amazing, and not in a good way, but it's amazing. And then we have the men that go through so much mental anguish that their only resort is suicide. But they're smiling when you see them. They're happy. They're conversing. Excuse me. They're in life. When I was injured and getting treated as an outcast and a scumbag, they told me, "You signed up for it." I signed up to get myself ahead in life and serve this country I love. I didn't sign up to be treated like shit. I get that it's the military and they won't hold your hand, but most people in the military don't see themselves as humans. They see themselves as the military. That's true. Hey, McCracken, I appreciate you for stopping by. But yeah, it's it's crazy. And the military is the military. I get it. You got to be tough to go through the shit that the military goes through or whatever. You can't, show emotions or have emotions when you're in the service. I get it. But then when you come home, why are you still treated like the military? It's like people that's in the service and they come home, they're it's forgotten that they're humans. You're no longer in the military. You're a human when you come home. So why is it that servicemen are treated less than human when they come home? I said servicemen. I didn't mean just men. I just meant service people, period. But why are they treated as less than human when they come home? When they're making the ultimate sacrifice. Now, there's an argument going around saying, well, if you have that much respect for servicemen and women, why isn't that much respect for police officers? Let me break my opinion down on that. Yes, police officers put their life on the line. I don't feel like being in the military got me ahead in life. It's like I put everything on hold, and then when I got out, I had to start back from where I left off. Yeah, a lot of that's going on too, McCracken. Um, yes, police officers put their life on the line. Yes, they do. I'm not disputing that or arguing that. But servicemen and women do more than put their life on the line. Service men and women, just like McCracken said, they put their life on hold. They leave their life to go fight a war that the government started, to go start a war that a foreign government started, to defend the rest of the country from going backwards in life. So, yes, cops do put their life on the line, like servicemen and women, but they do not put their life on hold. They get to go home every night. They get to see their family. They get to see their kids. They get to sleep in their own bed. They get to sleep when they want to sleep, not when they're told to sleep. They don't have to worry about if a missile is going to come flying at their residence, or if they're going to walk on a landmine, or if they're going to be doing a drill and someone's going to shoot them in the head. They don't have to worry about all that. So, yes, they deserve some respect, but I do not agree that they deserve the same amount of respect that servicemen and women get. That's just my opinion. But moving back on into mental anguish of men. Well, we got a couple of comments about. Honestly, I don't know what I'm supposed to say when people tell me that. We got a couple of comments about service. People being in service. There's a couple of vets in my chat: Redbeard, Blackout, McCracken. So I'm gonna use them as an example. This is just an example. I don't know if it's true, but it just goes with my theory of the video. So these guys are vets, right? We don't know what they're going through mentally. We don't know what they've been through mentally. We know what they tell us, right? So I can be talking to all three of these guys and they could be laughing and joking, and I can know nothing's wrong. Yeah, that's true too, McCracken. I can be totally clueless that they're going through mental pain and mental anguish, right? So my thing is no, you don't have to like everybody. No, you don't have to agree with everyone's views. But it costs nothing to be human to someone. What's fucked up is now being a vet or an active service member isn't seen as heroic anymore. I can agree with that 100%. But at the same time, that mentality is taught from the schools. Oh, that was feedback. Sorry. From the schools, from the households, from couldn't be a cop just because of the rules of engagement. Like, fuck you, I'm going home alive. Oh, yeah, that's true. Everyone's taught that being in the service, I was never deployed, but I was in a boat in Virginia when I was out there. I heard people died on my base, people taking their lives. People I went to school with in San Antonio, Mississippi, lost their lives or took them. Yeah, I've always said being in the service is hard, regardless if you get deployed or not. That's one of the hardest jobs I think anyone could ever have, because it takes a lot of mental power to perform that job, right? Because if you're deployed, it's it's killed or be killed, right? So if you're deployed and you're in the middle of a war zone, you want to come home to your family and come home to your bed, but someone else is trying to prevent you from doing that. So you got to prevent them from doing the same exact thing you want to do, right? So yeah, of course it's going to fuck with you because they're trying to kill you for what they believe in, and you're going to kill them for what you believe in, and so you can go home to your family. So it's like, okay, this was your job. This is what you enlisted for, but there's still a human aspect to it, right? You're taking someone's life. I kicked myself in the ass because I couldn't stay in. I was wanting so bad to leave, but now I'm gone. Kind of want to go back because it was easier. Um, I mean, yeah, you do get used to certain things. You get used to certain things. Um, Plus in the service, they rewrite the way your brain thinks and process things, and only other people that understand you are other service members. What people don't understand is once you sign your contract, you're no longer a person, you're a number. A last name and a uniform, you lose some rights, privileges, etc. Just so you can protect others to keep their individuality and their rights. That's true. But like I said before, I personally have the utmost respect for servicemen and women because of everything they sacrifice, of everything they do. Do I think I would be able to enlist? No, I'm gonna be honest. One, because I'm fat as fuck and they probably wouldn't take me, and two, I don't think I would have the balls to even think of doing something like that. So, servicemen and women have my utmost respect. But then again, it comes to a point where how can you even disrespect someone that has the best part of our country is you don't have to if you don't want to. Yeah, that's true now. But how do you get to a point where you can disrespect someone who put their life on hold and put their life on the line to protect yours, right? It's like, okay, it doesn't give you a right to be a dick, right? But if versus someone who's just a person versus someone who's been in the service, right? I would understand a little bit better about them being a dick than just a person just being a dick, right? But there's also exceptions to the rules. Like, I'm not going to tolerate the fact that you get angry for every single thing. I'm telling you, bro, I almost got sent to captain's mast because I stood up for a transgender soldier who was being harassed. Ain't that some shit? Damn, that's rough. What does it matter, though, what you identify with, as long as you're able to perform your job to the best of your abilities? As long as you're able to keep up with what's being told to be done. It really shouldn't fucking matter who you are, what you are, or how you look. So, exactly, I don't give a damn if they were ET in the flesh. If they did their job and stood their watch, I don't give a fourth of a fuck. It's crazy how far discrimination have has gotten in this day and age. Discrimination is rampant over everything: sexuality, race, religious beliefs, political parties, point of views. Like, it's just a little much. But the point of me doing these videos is because I can express what I need to express from the safety of the internet. Yeah, I may get some cyberbullies or whatever. I may get some people saying I don't know what I'm talking about or I'm wrong and blah, blah, blah. But I don't have to worry about any physical interaction. I don't have to worry about someone pulling a weapon on me or anything like that because believe it or not, people will pull a weapon out on you this day and age for the craziest shit. So, yeah, what what's even the point of discrimination like racism, sexism, etc.? If you don't like someone, that's fine, but why choose not to like them because how they were born? It makes literally zero sense. Yep, it does. It literally does. So here's my thing, right? There's a few people in life that I don't like. When I run across them, am I pleasant? Yeah. Hi, how are you? How you been? All right, good to see you. Talk to you later. It takes nothing to do that. Nothing at all. You don't have to hold a conversation with them. You don't have to go to their house. You don't have to make small talk. It takes nothing just to be courteous in passing. But I feel like a lot of people are taught discrimination nowadays. Because let's just be honest, you're not born to discriminate, right? When you're born, you're not born with the instinct of, I don't like this race, I don't like that race, I don't like transgenders, I don't like homophobe people, I don't like whatever, right? It's it's taught to you. And a lot more families are teaching the negative shit over the positive shit. I don't get it. I don't see the benefit of it. And I know they say to each his own. What's fucked up was that my CEO before I got out was racist and sexist. She would punish anyone that wasn't her. How do I know this? She was being investigated by a bunch of admirals above her before I signed my 214. Well, yeah, I'm. If a woman is sexist, that's a terrible thing. That is a terrible thing. They say men are assholes that's sexist. Sexist women, they some dangerous motherfuckers. Let me tell you. Sexist women and feminists, they are some dangerous women. They can be very dangerous. I have yet to get people that attack me online, but I really can't wait for that day because mentally I really don't give a shit what people think about me. Yeah, that's true. I mean, not the aspect of caring, but like just the audacity. Like you're gonna you can disagree with me, but come on. I had someone start a small hate campaign against me because I called him out as a cheater in a video game. Oh yeah, whatever happened with that Redbeard? Did they ban him from Twitch and shit? Did they find out who it was? Yeah, that's the best thing, McCracken, is when your wife supports you and loves you through any and everything. That's a great thing. Too bad I don't have that. But anyway, um, the devs sent the devs sent me a gift saying block. Oh wow, that's they didn't ban him. That's crazy. Swift lifestyles, good drink. But anyway, that should have been a definite ban. honestly, especially if you had the proof. That should have been a man. But I want to talk about something real fast. And I left her Discord, uninstalled the game, remove my review, or remove all mention of them on my Insta. He had 10 Steam bans for the same shit. That's crazy. But I want to talk about something real fast. Redbeard, Blackout, McCracken, whoever else is in here who feels like they want to chime in. Um, Friendship, right? I keep finding more and more shit to talk about when it comes to friendships. Now, I feel like friendships should be equal, right? 100% equal. If I show up for you, you show up for me. If I'm there to listen to you, you're there to listen to me. Now, I had a friend call me just this morning at 2:30 a.m. crying about another friend that's never there for her when she needs him to be. Um he only calls her when he's in trouble, needs a place to sleep, needs advice, all the usual shit. So, apparently we're not as good friends as I thought we were because my advice to her was a lot like the last video I did. Let him go. If you're making him a priority and he's making you an option, let him go. If he's in your top 5 and you're in his bottom 10, let him go. There's no point in sitting here trying to make someone return the same energy that you're giving them when you know it's not going to happen. So here's my question. Was I in turn not being a good friend to her by giving her my honest opinion and advice and telling her that this pain she's going through is unnecessary? Yeah, I know she cares about him, but it's unnecessary. If he's continuing to show her that he can give two fucks about her feelings, why is she still putting herself through this? I just don't understand it. Maybe someone else can help me understand why I was wrong for telling her this and why she's upset with me now. I just don't get it. But again, to each his own. That's the same thing I said in Kraken. Fuck that dude. But obviously, that was the wrong thing for me to say. And I mean, I get it. You are who you are. You can't change who you are based on certain people. But there comes a time where you have to make yourself unavailable to certain people at certain times when you're seeing that they're not making themselves available to you. So that's basically how I feel about it. But now we're not on speaking terms. I get if it was like once or maybe even twice, but if it's over and over, you got to notice the pattern. Exactly, 100%. 100%. Little side note, I know you guys can't see it because the camera's not up close, but I'm getting a little gray. So, thinking about dyeing the facial hair gray. What do you guys think? I think I'm just going to dye it gray. I got a lot of grays. You can't see it, but I got a lot of grays. A lot of them. But, yeah. Um, yeah, so she's mad at me. Just let it come in naturally. Then I'm gonna have some black and some gray and everything like that. People not gonna believe I'm only 35. Well, no, not really, because Santa Claus is not bald. I'm bald, see? So I can't look like Santa Claus. Then I can change my name from Vibrant Truth to Silver Fox. She shouldn't be mad at you. She asked your advice, which in return is your opinion. She's mad because you didn't say what she wants to hear. True. True. 100% true. But see, that's why I don't like giving advice, because people get mad at my honest opinion. How would you know he always has a hat on? Because his hair hangs out of his hat. Like, his hair hangs down. You gotta go through the salt and pepper look. You can't just wake up gray. I mean, you're right, but I mean, hey, why prolong the process when I could just go right to the finish line? That's true. Yeah, you have a point there, McCracken. Yeah, I'm gonna just let it happen. I'm just gonna let it go over time. Hey, I'm not even saying this because they're paying me, but this shit is really good. Bubblegum flavor. This the shit. If you die, you have to keep that. Yeah, that's true too. Listen, man, when my beard starts turning gray, it'll be paprika and salt. Fuck the full gray look. I have their iCool thing, but I never use it because I never bought it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I thought it was gonna taste like G Fuel or something like that. Like, I don't really like G Fuel, but like I tried it. They sent it to me to try it, and it's actually not bad. It doesn't have like that chalky taste or anything like that either. Like, it's really flavorful. But yeah, so how much caffeine is in that shit? I want to get it, but I can't have too much caffeine. What you have? Acid reflux, Redbeard? I don't have on my glasses. Okay, don't judge me. It's not a lot of caffeine at all. I mean, I have severe acid reflux, and caffeine fucks with me. I drink this just fine. I don't think it has that much. I'm gonna look on the bottle later and DM you and let you know. But I don't think it has that much caffeine at all. So I want to thank everyone that's here, chatting, lurking. I think someone's lurking. I forgot. Cool, cool, cool. I'll be in the city later after this. So yeah. Um, shit. I've been busy talking. I didn't even put the link in fucking chat. I don't even know if anyone wants to join, but we gonna find out. There we go. So Here's a question to chat. What in your mind constitutes a equal friendship? You can put it in chat. You can join the show. Whatever you like to do, but what constitutes a equal friendship? I should say a functional friendship, in your opinion. Is that too loud? I'm in too many damn discords. That's enough for that. Any responses? Functional friendships. What is it to you guys? I mean, me personally, functional friendships means what I give out, you give out, right? So if I show up for you, show up for me. I'm a simple person to please. I don't ask for a lot. I don't expect a lot from anyone. I just want you to match my energy. So if I always show up for you, regardless if it's through text, phone calls, or physically, I just want the same thing. Show up. Tell me the truth when I ask your opinion. Hell, it may piss me off, but guess what? I respect the fact that you're honest. So, I mean, I'm never gonna get mad and say I'm not gonna speak to you anymore because you gave your opinion. I may not like what you have to say, but you know, I'm never gonna get mad and say, "Well, we're not friends anymore" because you didn't say what I wanted to hear. But at the same time, will I? What I will say is, I will never, and I repeat, I will never let another adult disrespect me or blow up on me unnecessarily. That'll never happen. So, in that aspect, when I'm your friend, I'm your friend. But if you're gonna throw attitude at me just to throw attitude at me, we don't play those games. So, in retrospect, every friendship has boundaries, right? I don't have many boundaries. My only boundary is handle yourself accordingly with me. If something doesn't need to be blown out of proportion, don't blow it out of proportion because I'm just not gonna fuck with you no more after that. That's just how I am. I'm not gonna sit here and try to hash something out if you just went from 0 to 60 for no reason. If I'm talking to you calmly and I'm trying to figure something out and you just blow up, then that's on you, my guy. I will not sit here and try and babysit and hold a grown person's hand because they have temper issues. Trying to figure something out. That's not me. So here's my thing, right? I've cut a lot of friends off in the past because they don't know how to handle situations. I can talk to anyone about any and everything. Everything could be hashed out. But if you're going to continuously get an attitude, have a temper, and yell, then I'm just going to cut you out of my life. That's how I've always been. That's how I'm always going to be. Being friends doesn't mean you can verbally abuse people, mentally abuse people, physically abuse people, whatever. That's not what friendship means. Yeah, we can have disagreements, we can have arguments, but the arguments have to make sense. I'm not expecting anyone to yell at me because I asked them something stupid like, why did you go this way instead of going that way? There's no point in yelling at someone because they're asking you a question like that. So, I personally feel like people try to hold on to friendships because they're friends with the person and they let the person get away with certain shit that they wouldn't let other people get away with. No, no. It's not a friendship. You hold your friend to a higher standard than you hold a normal person. A normal person yell at you for no fucking reason, you gonna tell them to fuck off and keep it pushing. Or you're gonna punch them in their face. Whatever your personality is. But at the same time, your friend, your friend should be held at a higher standard. Your friend should be held to the standards of communication is the key. So if I say, why'd you go this way instead of that way? I'm expecting, because I know where I'm going better than you do, or because I feel this is faster, or because this is actually a shorter way, or because I'm going to show you a new way to get there so you're not just taking the same way. Something along those lines. But then to get the response of, why the fuck are you questioning me? Or don't worry about why I'm going this way. Just sit in the fucking car and wait until we get to where we go. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. And I see a lot of friendships operate like that. There's a dominant and there's a submissive. So, really, what type of relationship are we having here? Is it a friendship? Is it an S&M ship? Is it a relationship? Because I've never seen a friendship where one's a dom and the other one's submissive. Maybe this is some new age shit. I don't know. It's just life confuses me nowadays. But yeah. Now I'm rambling. So with that being said, let's see if we can raid somebody. Let's see if we can raid somebody. Yeah, yeah. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. Chevy, Blackout, Redbeard, McCracken, appreciate you. I said Chevy, right? Yeah, I said Chevy. I think I said Chevy. If I didn't say Chevy, Chevy. Um, Shout out to Swift Lifestyles. Appreciate your sponsorship. Um, Made Stand Out. Shit, I forgot their name for a second. Made Stand Out. Appreciate you guys. Uh, I'm forgetting someone. I'm forgetting someone. Um, uh, yeah, I'm forgetting someone. But yeah, you guys have a great afternoon. For those of you who have my socials, hit me up on my socials. If you have a topic you want me to cover, for those of you that's in my city, I hope to see you in there soon. And with that being said, I am out. Hope to see you guys soon. Laters.